Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And in this episode, I have to revisit a video that I did a few weeks ago asking a question. Does Jack Black's Jablinski Games ruin YouTube? JT. Holy crap, the hate I got for this, you could build a castle with. There were so many people disliking this video that honestly, it is by far my most hated video that I have ever created. Which is funny because the video itself isn't that bad. I've actually gone back and rewatched it at least 7 times to make sure that I wasn't going crazy. But in all honesty, I have zero regrets from making that video. All I did was ask a question and talk about some concerns I had about the potential of what could be bad about this. And I also talk about good things. I also talk about how I love Jack Black and how it could be a good thing too, but nobody was listening to that part. They were just listening to the negative and how bad it was, and they hated me for it. There were a lot of dislikes, but here's why I'm making this video. Something behind the scenes, if you pull the curtain back from what YouTubers are able to see, is the average view time and the audience retention. And this is where it gets absolutely hysterical, and it kind of proves my point as to why I'm still feeling like I'm right about this. I'm not going to apologize about making that video. If anyone's looking for an apology, not coming. This is why. If you look at the statistics here, the average view duration for this video was 1 minute and 18 seconds. And the average percentage viewed was 13% of the video. So take that for what it is at face value. That means 87% of this video was not watched by the vast majority of viewers. And yes, that's an average, so some people could have watched more, but it also means a lot of people watched less. If you pair that with the actual question being asked and me actually getting into the topic at hand, it was about 35 seconds into that video where I start talking about it. That means most people clicked off this video before I even got to the point of what I was talking about, which means the vast majority of those 1,500 plus dislikes on that video come from people that just saw the title and saw it was getting a lot of hate and piled on instead of making their own mind up while watching it. And that's what drives me insane being a smaller YouTuber. This isn't a bitch fest. I'm not here to complain. I'm not jealous. I've said it in that video. I'll say it again. Not jealous at all about Jack Black's success. I wish him the best. I love his videos. I think he's doing a terrific job with his son. I'm not mad at that whole thing. My frustration comes in with people saying that I was wrong in my video, making fun of my stance, but yet didn't even watch the video to find out that I'm on your side. I don't think anything's wrong with Jack Black. This is what I said in that video. I think that there are potential concerns that a lot of people should keep in mind, and that we need to find out where YouTube's going in the future. This is something that is a legitimate concern. Yes, there are good things as well that Jack Black brings to the table, and he could potentially bring in a whole new audience of viewers to watching my channel too. That's not what the video was about though. It was just simply to address some concerns and to talk about the potential for it maybe not being all roses. But the funniest part is when other prominent YouTubers, much larger than me, watched my video and then made a response video, but didn't say they were making a response video to mine, but was saying other YouTubers were questioning Jack Black and here's why they're wrong, and here's why Jack Black is great and amazing for gamers, and they just wanted to get likes and want people to pat him on the back. I don't care if I get likes or dislikes. I make videos to put my stance out there and to talk to people, to move the conversation forward, to find out where people stand and why they feel that way, and maybe progress to a better place. That's the whole point of making my videos. And sometimes it's controversial, sometimes it's not. That's just throwing my opinion out there. That's why I love YouTube and how you're allowed to be you on YouTube still. Even though it's not how it used to be, you can still be you for all intents and purposes. But the funniest part was all these other prominent YouTubers making videos, even though, like I said, it wasn't a direct response to me. Clearly, I was implied. I didn't really see anybody else taking this stance. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. But my point is, anybody else who took this stance isn't wrong either. They're just asking a question. Holy crap. grab your pitchforks and torches and go light that house on fire because that YouTuber is an asshole. No, he's not. He's just asking a question. This is what people should be doing, because otherwise, if we're just mindless drones or sheep following the audience, following the crowd, where are we going to end up 5 years from now, 10 years from now? You got to stand out. You got to make a stand. You have to ask questions. And the craziest part about this, and what pushed me to making this video, was I was watching a video from 8 Thoughts the other day, one of my favorite YouTubers, up and coming. He just passed 250,000. Really good dude. Really out there with his thoughts, and people seem to really enjoy his personality. He's aggressive, he's funny, he's well put together on his edits and a lot of his videos. But he took a stance against Jack Black in his video.
Watch Jack Black. I mean, yeah, don't get me started on that shit either. Y'all some Jack Black fans, that's cool. I enjoy his, music and, Tenacious D and his acting, and I think he's a cool dude. But like, keep off of freaking YouTube.
And look at the likes and dislikes on his. If that itself right there doesn't point to the mindless sheep on YouTube just following the crowd, I don't know what does. A gigantic channel making a video saying why Jack Black could be bad for YouTube, and he only gets a few dislikes on his video compared to the likes. But then a smaller YouTuber talks about it, nobody knows who this guy is, and holy crap, it's the worst thing ever. This guy's an asshole. Everybody disliked that video because he asked a question about Jack Black. Like I said, not gonna make any apologies here. I don't think anybody should be making apologies, because if they took a stance against why Jack Black's Jablinski Games could potentially be a bad thing for YouTube, more power to you. Ask those hard questions. Get a conversation going. Don't feel bad about it, because maybe, just maybe, you might actually be onto something. And if you're onto something, just imagine what you could prevent by asking questions in the first place. If that makes sense. So my frustration in all of this goes back to the whole point of, if you're a smaller YouTuber, you do not get the benefit of the doubt. People do not give you the time of day to watch your video to find out what your standpoint and perspective is. Now, yes, there are some terrible smaller YouTubers out there that it's like nails on a chalkboard watching them and you can't watch past 10 seconds. God, I hope I'm not one of those. But you know who I'm talking about. This video, I've been able to watch it a few times. It's not cringy, it's not bad. I've seen some cringy and bad videos that I've made back in the day. This is none of that. This was a quality video. I thought I did a good job presenting my argument and asking a few questions. Doesn't matter. When you're a small channel, you do not get the benefit of the doubt. It's extremely frustrating. It can be demoralizing. It could push people to make them rethink where they stand on an argument just because the crowd is against them. Just because people are against you and you're a small channel doesn't mean you're wrong. Don't ever forget that. In fact, a lot of times people are against you when you're a small channel because they don't want you to be right. They want the big guys to be right because it makes them feel all warm and cuddly inside that the big channels are always right. And holy crap, a smaller channel could never possibly be right, because if they were, they'd be a big channel. But that's not how it works, which kind of dives back into a completely different conversation that I spoke about the other day with the Payless shoes and Paylasi, how perception is often reality for people. When they went into the shoe store and it was a high-end looking place and they thought those shoes were high-end because they were found in that store, they were willing to spend $600+ on shoes that cost 35 bucks. If you relate that to YouTube and subscriber counts, oftentimes people will look at a YouTube channel, not saying everybody, but some people watch YouTube channels that are large and just assume that they're good because they have a lot of subscribers, and assume a smaller channel is bad because they don't. And that is the most annoying, most frustrating, most wrong approach any viewer could ever take. At least that's how I feel about it. Anyways, just want to get my thoughts out there on this entire Jack Black Jablinski Games situation. I think it's a good thing for YouTube. I think it could potentially be a bad thing if certain things happen. And if you're wondering what those may be, I'm going to put a link at the end of this video that will direct you to the original Jack Black Jablinski Games video that I made. May I suggest, for those of you who may have missed it the first time around or didn't give it a full chance of watching it, to actually sit through and watch it to see, maybe you should make up your own decision on how you feel about this, because it's not a bad thing to, have your own opinion on things. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. I want to say thank you guys for sitting through this video. If you made it this far, I really appreciate the support. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about Jack Black's Jablinski Games and what you think about the future YouTube's going to be. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Smash, change, smash, change.